So we get that sine of A is equal to 0.6437. Now I do A equals inverse sine of this. So I press inverse sine of second answer. And how many degrees will that be? A is 40.1 degrees. Okay, what else do I need to find? Angle B, which is just 180 minus 73 minus 40.1, right? And that will be how much? 66.9. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's do this last one. Okay, this is a classic law of cosines because all you have is three angles. Three sides given. So you have to find all three angles. Now, you would think that it wouldn't matter which one you started with, but it actually does. You always start with the obtuse angle, okay? So start with basically the biggest one, okay? So in this case, it's C. That's what I'm going to start with, okay? So I say, well, the biggest one, the biggest angle. So the one that faces the biggest side, okay? So C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine of big C. So 12 squared is equal to 9 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 9 times 7 cosine of C. Okay, here you just have to be a little bit more careful. 144 is equal to, okay, this 9 squared plus 7 squared is 81 plus 49, 130. This is where students make a lot of mistakes. Minus, okay, now this part, 18 times 7, 126 cosine of C. The most common mistake is students just combine all of these numbers, 9 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 9 times 7. That is the most common mistake I see, so just watch out for that, right? Because it's this minus this times the cosine of C, okay? So we have to do this, and then we're going to subtract 130. And when I subtract 130, what do I get? 14 is equal to negative 126 cosine of C. I divide by negative 126. So 14 over negative 126, I don't even plug that in the calculator, is equal to cosine of C. Now, what's C then? That's what? The inverse cosine of this, right? So I'm going to solve it here. So C is the inverse cosine of negative 14 over 126. 96.4 degrees. So it was obtuse, after all. Right? By 6.4 degrees. Okay? And then, once you do this, you can continue with the law of sines. So it's going to be sine of 96.4. Oh, by the way, you know what? I'm going to trip you guys up. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to do 12 over sine of 96.4. Why? Because you can do that. You can flip both of the fractions and it will be okay. That's the law of proportions. So equals, and if I want to find angle B, then it'll be 7 over sine of B, right? So you could do sine of A over A or A over sine of A. And same thing, sine of b is equal to 7 sine 96.4 over 12. So sine of b is 0.5797. And now you want to find the inverse, and it's 35.4. You can. Like inverse sine of 7 sine. You totally can. Are you kidding? Of course. Yeah. I just do it this way to make sure like people are following, but you can. Okay? And then angle A is 180 minus 35.4 minus 96.4. How much is that? 48.2. Okay. And again, you want to make sure that the sizes match, the order of the sizes match. So C is the biggest angle, it faces the biggest side. We got B as the smallest angle, and it looks like, okay, that faces the smallest side, and C is the middle angle, faces the middle side. Okay? So this homework will be due on Thursday.
You want them on the same page or split up?
It doesn't matter. Well, I mean, start section 5 on a fresh page, and you can staple them.